So today I decided to do Chris Heria's insane back workout. Now, I don't know what compelled me to do this. For some reason, I saw the video and I thought, yeah, I can do some of these exercises, so I can totally do the entire workout. Bruh. So I'm just basically going to be talking through the exercises that I did and how difficult they were and how many reps I did. Okay, so the first exercise was one-arm pull-ups. Now, I have never been able to do a one-arm pull-up. So I thought, okay, I might be able to use a band and do this exercise with assistance, which to my surprise, I was able to bang out about 3 reps, which is not as many reps as he can do, obviously unassisted, but I still gave it my best shot. But yeah, by the third set, I was only able to do about 3 reps. So yeah, overall, a pretty difficult exercise to start with. I can see why someone as advanced as him would start his workout with that exercise. Then we had explosive L-sit pull-ups. Now, I already knew that explosive L-sit pull-ups, no way. The most I can do is a slow, normal L-sit pull-up with okay form and slightly bent legs. So I did about 3 reps. Yeah. So for the first set, I did 3 unassisted, 3 assisted, and 2 assisted. So 5 assisted in total. So the thing with explosive L-sit pull-ups is you basically have to do an L-sit pull-up, and then rather than going into a dead hang at the bottom, instead you want to go down as far so that your arms are not fully extended. Okay, so since I could only do 3 reps of normal L-sit pull-ups, to make them explosive, I had to use a band. So I used a band for assistance. As you can see, I looped my legs around and tried to do it as explosively as possible. Okay, so for the superset, this was a scary superset. So the superset consisted of muscle up, explosive bar dip, down into pull-up, and then a jumping weighted pull-up. So you had to do 3 to 4 rounds of this. Now, given that I have only unlocked muscle up recently, I knew that I would not be able to do a superset with freaking muscle ups. So I had to improvise, and I actually took it out the muscle up and I did it separately at the beginning of my workout, just so that I could prove to myself I can still do them. So instead, I did explosive dip bar dip, pull up, and then jumping weighted pull up. The explosive bar dips I found really difficult because you have to be comfortable with letting go of the bar while also being on top of like the squat rack, which is kind of daunting because if you don't grab onto the bar at the last second, you know, you could frick up and you could fall. So my explosive bar dips were not like the most proper / explosive, but I still gave it my best shot. And then the pull-ups were okay, obviously. Easy, actually, easy. And then the jumping weighted pull-up again. So since I already tired myself out at the beginning of the set with one-arm pull-ups, assisted, I knew that the weighted jumping pull-up would be even more challenging, just given the extra weight. So I kind of cheated most of the rep and just went as high to the bar as I could. But it's all about trying, really, seeing where your abilities lie. I think it's good to do challenging workouts like this because you really get a taste for how other people train, but also what could be missing in your training. So this was the horizontal pulling set. So you had to start with front lever pull up, then front lever raise, and then front lever hold. And you had to do this for 3 sets. I tried the front lever pull up with a light band, couldn't do it. Had to get a heavier band. Every workout is about modifications that make the exercise easier for you. Again, I tried the front lever raise. It was a lot harder, especially that I had already become tired from the previous pulling exercises. And then the front lever hold, that was probably the best attempt. He did like 4 sets of this front lever rounds. And honestly, after 1 round, I was like, yeah, no, this is not going to happen. So instead, I just went back and did my body rows, which I do not have footage of because my phone died because I had to record so many videos. Okay, and the last section was my favorite part because it was weighted pull-ups. This was a weighted pull-up drop set consisting of 3 sets. Each set consisted of 3 drop sets. So 1 drop set, 2nd drop set, 3rd drop set. For the first set, you start out with about 80% of your 1 rep max. Then you drop by 50% of weight for the 2nd set. And then for the 3rd set, you want to go into body weight. So for the first round, I started with 20 kg. I could only get 3 reps. For the 2nd drop set, I dropped down to 10 kg. I could only get 2 reps. And then for the third drop set, I dropped down to complete body weight. I could only get 3 reps. So I knew for the second set, I had to significantly decrease my starting weight for the drop set. So I went to about 10 kg, then to 5 kg for the second drop set, and then third drop set, complete body weight. And that was a lot more manageable, but it was honestly so hard that I didn't even bother tracking the reps anymore. I was just like, yeah, I'm already like I'm just drained of energy. I have no energy for any more strength related movements. But yeah, overall, I would rate this exercise in terms of difficulty, like 10 out of 10. Bruh. Just so hard. All the exercises, if you want to actually do this workout properly, you have to be able to have good form on all the exercises, and you have to be able to maintain the intensity. This workout has definitely inspired me to get even stronger in calisthenics. Hell yeah! So I can't wait to try more of these types of workouts, but I definitely am going to make them slightly less challenging so that it's actually tailored to my level.